In the darkness of space, all is connected. There is no time, no energy, no light, no barrier or boundary in the void. It is a network in and of itself, only one without a web. The space between the lines of the web, a phantom network. The phantom network is the non-system that contains the shade, for it is the shadows themselves, and how the darkness is all the darkness. If there is one property of the dark, or lack of property, means there is at least one single notable quality to darkness, and its lack of all. It lacks causality, it is without walls. The void of space in your cabinet is connected to the space of a shade of a tree, and connected to the space in the dark side of the moon. All the void is a phantom network, and this phantom network can be drawn, depicted through geometric structure, one in which every single object in existence is graphed with a line to every other object that bears a relation to it, an entanglement, a proximity, an element of connectivity, coincidence. The result is a figure, yourself for example, and the millions of threads of energy, electrical entanglements that spawn off and feed into you, like blinds with countless shade and light alternating sequences creating an impression, your existence, which bends the network around and through yourself. The phantom network is all the connections and non-causal networks that have not been identified, that go unnoticed in the void of space. The phantom networks is the majority of anomaly and phenomena that occur in the universe, since it is the identification of all that is lost and unaccounted for. Like someone's keys that get misplaced, disappearing into the abyss until re-emerging elsewhere or back in their original location. But the phantom network is changing constantly, as the light revolves, as a log is flipped over, as a new page is turned, a cabinet opened, the day gives way to night, and the light reveals the hidden change of the dark. It is the animate of the unseen and invisible. Like toys, when no one is around, they dance in secret, then lay still once attention is given to them. Like a sword in the stone that is only lifted by one who does not think. Like a fly caught in the web, the more it struggles against its entanglement, the more trapped it finds itself. All the systems are like this, the laws and injunctions that bind people down, the archetypes and behaviors of the universe, and physicality and mortality. The reality which at first appears static and unchanged, immovable and permanent, yet in the right moments, with ease and carelessness, without giving attention or casting light, through the sheer curtains of the veil of reality, slipping through the crack into the phantom network, one can appear in, reach and grab something beyond the clutches of the void. It is, as I have so named it, fishing in space, the vortex of all that isn't, swirling in the nothingness of the emptiness of the formless, primordial waters of the void, searching for lost things, willing events to work out, shaping reality. The imagination, the phoenix system was strong and free enough from entanglements it could enter the phantom network and travel to all that doesn't exist. The shamanic flight into the stars, the dream worlds and underworld, the void and phantom networks, and all these are the same, only named different from cultures, as the experience is untenable, unknown, mystical, impossible, outside the light of understanding, shade of the phantom. In every culture there are secret passages, fey realms, and household spirits, and pocket dimensions, and tunnels, and all kinds of invisible places where things get lost, that are connected to every other part of space in the universe. It's the same place as the underworld, the same place you visit in dreams, the same place described in mythology and every culture and folklore and fairy tales. It's where objects go when they get lost. It's where ideas fly off when you can't think of them. And all of this is the same place. It's all outer space. The same outer space that surrounds the planet, that's in every floorboard and under the sheets and in the closet, under the rocks and behind the clouds and around the tree. And the ideas of calendars is false because it suggests that Earth goes back to the same place at the end of the year, that everything resets like Groundhog Day on January 1st. This isn't true. The Earth, the Sun, the Moon, none of those are ever in the same part of space twice. It's always moving, and just so, the phantom network is always traveling and changing, and reconnecting and disconnecting. And likewise, since all the space is connected, things shift and change and move, and sometimes they appear and reappear and disappear. And the phantom networks we exist in but cannot perceive as multivariate layers of geometric transforming patterns spin and flux, oscillate and hum. The latency of recognition through simple linear geometric images necessitates a space's allocation of proportion and contour, latency that is inhibited naturally but exists nonetheless. The internal spatial architecture is incompatible with understanding the grand totality of a space. since perception makes divisible the measurements of being. As little as one object of the world expands incomprehensibly outward from an indiscernible center, sound and light and all the senses must come into perception through means of being separated, a reflection, an emission, reverberation, condensation. Information is gathered inverted as the double contrast of two or more dimensions reveals a phantom of the original, the shade. All reality in the mind is construed by the shades within these phantom networks. It cannot work any other way due to the non-conformity of principles creating a complex interaction that the mind, in order to think and feel, must fashion singular electrical particles arranged along a flat geometric matrix, in order to form illusions of geometry that wrap cylindrically around all objects and construct this structure back into the maze of endless phantom networks. Not unlike a TV screen using electric data along a flat surface of pixels to provide the illusion of contour despite representing the original state of the contour source. The illusion demonstrates what is occurring in the world, although in the mind's eye it is less like television and more like telepathic vision. Without this, the world would appear similar to that of a seismograph with vague dots of light spotting about. But symmetry and harmony are keys for shade, placements of rearrangement due to the pressure of occupying a place in the phantom network. Your world is a mixture of shades overlapping and crossing over. All you get are the shadows left over from the phantom networks. In photos and recordings, the emitted aspect of the self necessary for any and all perception is etched into code and stained into glass and metal. The shade, the soul, is trapped into biometric data and is tortured for information. Most of the ghosts are digital now, caged in machines, and people's shades are distraught. The shade may wander off in the phantom network and become lost, stolen, corrupted. Others may feed off it, drain it, trap it, seek to harm you through your shade. It will lead to vulnerabilities, sickness, control, misfortune. If one is to send their shade out purposefully with direction or accidentally, it is integral to understand how to recall it, to return it to self and reform with it, to not let it wander off, not allow for it to be taken advantage of, to rip it from the clutches of traps and from those who are stealing it. Like the number of times mitosis has occurred in the history of life, the phantom networks exist all around in such abstract scale that it is too unfathomable to comprehend anything more than the shadow cast by infinitely evolving geometric formations, the shades. It is these shades that everything exists in the form of and perceived as. They are the true nature of being. The body is flawless, but the shade is lost.